Woo! Welcome everybody. We are ready to go once more. Welcome to the Axe Season 2. We are going to be showing you guys some upper bracket matches. And yeah, hopefully they're going to be good ones too. We are just about ready to get going with the diQ versus Barbossa. And this is obviously an upper bracket match, round 2. Both of these players have won their first matches. Now, before we get going, I wanted to let you guys know that the current prize pool stands at 171.03 euros. So pretty decent prize pool for a crowdfunding tournament. If you guys would like to contribute, links down below. Otherwise, yeah, let's get this started. See if I can get Rashid to join me. And otherwise, I'm gonna go through the deck lists just relatively quick here. Whoops. Should have taken that transition out. Excuse me. All right, so both players presenting actually similar compositions. Both players going with a mono black, a mono red, red green ramp, and red black. Seems to be a fairly standard composition, at least for the previous matches. Some slight variations, but mostly players opting to go with relatively similar lineups. So the question here will be what players opt to play first and subsequently, depending on the results. Pretty straightforward lists. You guys have seen these lists surely before. This is diQ's mono red, where he plays Maul and he plays a Smasher Defenses. Woke red, pretty standard, once again with the Magic King Maul. And mono black with the Contested Grunt. And the red green, no green on the flop, one copy of Unearthed Secrets, and otherwise just, yeah, pretty standard, I would say. And similarly for Barbossa, we're going to be looking at the mono black econ. He opts to play the Slay here in his flex slot, and he's playing basically an exact copy of diQ's deck, except no the Magic King Maul, although he does play one copy of Smash Their Defenses. We'll analyze that as we go. His red green ramp, opting to play the Lycan in as opposed to the Rix for diQ. This is a sneaky red-green ramp list, if you will. And then, once more, his red-black with one copy of Smash, no Maul. So that's basically what we are looking at here, guys. Let me see if I can get Rashid to join me. And yeah, the players are essentially ready, so I'm going to be closing the invites and we're going to get this show on the road. Just going to make sure that we have all the scenes set up properly, and let's close the invites. So Barbossa opting to go with his red-green Lycan list. diQ also going with his red-green. So this is going to be essentially a mirror match, even though there are some slight variations. Not sure how much Rix versus Lycan is gonna make a difference, but I would imagine the Lycan version is slightly favored here. So both players ready. Just gonna get everyone notified here. Alright, so to let you guys know also what the players banned, Barbossa submitted mono black twice and diQ submitted mono red twice. Both players opted to ban each other's second copies. So we won't be seeing any.
Hello?
Hello, I need to set the spectate, just a sec.
Okay.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Finally got some good sleep.
That's
Enough
good,
sleep.
man.
Yeah. How are you?
Pretty good. Had some work this morning, but got the afternoon off, so right in time.
Oh god, it's the ramp mirror.
It's a ramp mirror, yeah.
This is gonna be such a skill testing matchup.
Yeah, there is some difference in the lists though, because diQ runs Sneaky's lists and Barbossa runs Lycan instead of Rix.
Yeah,
so...
I'm not surprised the IQ runs something unoriginal.
I think Barbossa's list is probably slightly favored, but let's see. Oh, he gets the curve. It's gonna be countered by the Lego though.
I'm sorry, Commander.
Yeah, diQ almost getting lucky there. Not just quite though.
Oh, is Barbossa gonna hold the vesture? No.
This ain't mono black, dude.
Yeah, I know, but Barbossa always picks up like secret shop items. Like he loves those.
He doesn't need to hold them; they just come as he wants.
Yeah.
Alright, so none of the players gets the tree next to their heroes. So it looks like there's going to be a trade here.
Barbossa runs spot weaknesses. 3 of, that's interesting.
Yeah. I like that actually. I'm surprised that not more decks do that. Although I'll say 3 spot weakness plus 2 smasher defenses might be just a little bit too much over the top. I'm not sure.
But I think it's gonna be good this matchup, don't you think?
Most definitely. I mean, I don't think that he prepared this deck for the mirror, but I think it suits.
But it seems, yeah, and 2 enough magics too.
Yeah. Yeah, so overall I think Barbossa, at least from the theoretical decklist point of view, is looking better, I would say.
Yeah.
Also, Barbossa is holding a Stars Align, and diQ right now has no ramp spells, so that might also be an advantage, although Barbossa has nothing to ramp into
We
just yet.
serve at Emperor Galanius' will.
Barbossa is setting up here if, because obviously the Druid's gonna survive. If
Yeah.
if he draws a TOT or an Emissary, this is gonna be good.
But he's not gonna have a red hero here next turn. None
Yeah.
of them are.
So he needs the Emissary, actually. He only runs 2 of those. Both players only run 2 of those. So let's see. I kind of personally would have thought that he would go for the Savage Wolf, but I mean, if you're playing Red Green Gramp, I guess you play for the high roll anyway.
Yeah, especially in the mirror, because that's like what's gonna decide this game, I think.
Yep. What is Anger talking about combat training for? There's no combat training. Is there? Did I miss a combat training? What?
Lost control of the situation.
Maybe there's a mono red.
Maybe it's because I was showing the lists before. Okay,
Yeah.
could be. There's obviously delay on the stream, so. Oh yeah, there is a combat training. This is diQ's mono red is running combat training. Interesting, haven't seen that in a while. Don't like it, I'll say.
Doesn't he run one-offs?
Yeah.
Wait, let's... Yeah.
He's running
15 seconds remaining.
one of training, one of exiles, one of smash, one of spot. I don't like combat training. This is, I mean, this was a huge discussion some months back, and I think nowadays most people agree it sucks, but whatever.
I don't like having so many one-offs. It seems like you want to take around everything, but it's not gonna work out that way if you're only running one-offs, though.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like the spot weakness, though, because it cycles. I mean,
Yeah.
the exiles are also okay, but the combat training is so situational, it's a bit...
It's only good on mana 3, that's it.
Alright, so Barbossa doesn't draw anything to ramp into. He's got another draw here, doesn't get it. And that exile, that elite is gonna grow.
Is all it takes to defeat you. The dirt.
I feel like we're looking at
And
both ways, like your hand looks like in ramp. You either have ramp cards with nothing to ramp into, or you're all of your top end without your ramp.
Yeah. Well, I'll say Barbossa already got the Potion of Knowledge. He's got the spot weakness to play in the next round, so he's still got decent odds of seeing something here next round. But it looks like the tree's gonna die, so
I will learn.
he won't really be able to do anything in the first lane. And I always look at those active defiances and wonder if that's ever gonna be good. It is good sometimes, but how many Jaspers do these guys run? 2 each. Okay.
I think it's only good if you want to stop a blink, because they can't like Jasper and override your blink.
So pretty situational overall, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the Rix is going to be really useless this matchup. We'll see. Jeez, so this axe is tanking 3 units and it's not even dying. But he's got a... Okay, I was gonna say he's got the spot weakness.
Isn't.
I still can use it, of course, yeah, he's got 5 mana, so...
Yeah.
Pretty good. I think he should have opened with spot weakness because he would be left with 2 mana. He could ramp into 4/6. No, that's fine actually. That's actually fine. Draws into the smash. Nothing to smash though, and the IQ is not even holding any improvements right now. So he's gonna have a dead card.
I'm sorry, Commander.
Alright, dodges the kill, but he's still taking 8 damage on the tower. I think Barbossa's gotta be feeling good in this lane at least. He's wondering if he should duel something, is he? Don't see where he can duel effectively here.
Yeah, me either.
I have learned much in my days.
Alright, drops the road leaf. I think this is purely for tower damage. Don't think he's realistically hoping to ramp here, but who knows.
He could spring out of this lane next turn.
Sure, but he would have to commit 2 heroes. It always kind of feels weird to commit 2 heroes to third lane, though. Right, Barbossa is drawing or buying another potion of knowledge. So he's already 2 cards deeper than the IQ. He's gonna be another one deep. So let's see if he gets lucky here. He's certainly hoping for that bristle to kill that elite. If he lands well, he could even potentially enough magic here.
Yeah.
He's got the initiative as well.
Lane 1 is looking pretty good for diQ.
Yeah, for sure. And the bristle doesn't drop in the correct place either, so...
And the wolf is dying from the elite. This is terrible.
I think you may want to duel that elite, though. I mean, there's gonna be... Or, I mean, you could duel the tree, I guess, but... It really depends what you're afraid of. Just that the elite is gonna be really hard to kill. Right, at least it prevents any sort of ramping. Yeah, this is brutal. Can still draw a card, maybe it draws into a creep. But I think it's costing him to be... Okay, now he's got some action. I was gonna say it's probably costing him to be just buying the potions of knowledges, because he doesn't have any sort of... Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, now he gets all the action. This is actually great. He can ramp this turn into TOT mid, and then next turn he can ramp into Emissary, potentially. Probably is enough to take the lane, because diQ doesn't really have much. He can't even play the Solanaris. Excuse me, what?
I'm saying diQ can duel the LC and block the TOT.
Mm-hmm. But then what happens is just the opposite. He drops the Emissary, pumps, wins the lane anyway, and then starts a line into TOT in lane 1. potentially. And I mean, despite diQ fighting back, he really wanted to drop the Salamani's favor into Emissary this round, and that's not going to happen. So I feel like Barbossa's got the upper hand right now. Drawing those extra cards, he's 4 cards deeper.
Yeah, definitely helped.
That shows his strength.
Sort of confused right now because I was looking at the deck lists and seeing that there's the Bracers of Sacrifice, and I thought the Rick's deck would want the Bracers, but it's actually Barbossa's deck that's got the Bracers.
Wait,
Isn't it? It's confusing. I was like, what the hell? How did diQ draw so many cards?
I looked at it too, and I was like, yeah, this is for Rick's. I didn't even realize.
It's Alright, Spring is his best play. It helps him establish some dominance here, but I feel like he's going to be suffering in the other lanes. He's got a Berserkers. The Berserkers isn't going to kill the Bristol, and it isn't going to kill the tree either.
Yeah. So we might see a TOT lane 1.
Yeah. And diQ's got 1 enough magic that's his out. He needs to draw there right now to avoid that. Right, there's still a lot of damage going through though. That's the one thing that is saving the lane for diQ. Doesn't draw enough magic, so we're gonna see an uncontested TOT here. Looks like. I mean, he could potentially try to drop the blink, but he's just gonna be 1 action too short, unless Barbossa messes up here. Oh.
Oh. Well, it could have been playing around, like, too scared of duel, so that makes sense.
Okay, he doesn't drop the blink, so that's off the table now. He can't save the Legion now.
Pleasant.
It feels like he's just going to be springing somewhere else.
Let's end this quick and find a champion.
Alright, he just pops it, obviously.
Still in the fight.
Thing is, Barbossa doesn't have anything proactive. No duels, no berserks, nothing in hand.
Yeah. But the fact is, he hasn't played any berserkers yet. He's still got 2 duels in the deck, and once again, he's drawn 4 cards deeper than diQ. I think he's in a good spot. Like, he really needs to make sure that he wins this lane, so he's springing in there. If he can just manage to squeak out these last 10 points of damage, though. Okay, Barbossa wants to contest that.
I like that play. Like, looking at Barbossa's hand, I think that's like something he had to do.
Yeah, he's got to hope that he makes enough mana to get like the phase boots and draw into a Berserker's Call or something. That's his way of cleaning this lane up. But it's going to be tough because if diQ now draws into TOT or any sort of similar action, that lane 1 is just dead.
The spoils of liberty.
Imagine we're going to see Axe bailing out here. He can't even kill the Bronze Legionnaire at this point.
For the glory of Stonehall.
Okay, committing resources. Likely going to see Salamani's favor.
Vengeance will be
There we
mine.
go.
Sweet, sweet blink dagger.
I'm not sure what he gained by dropping the Legionnaire. Okay, it delays the lethal on the tower for 1 round, but it doesn't feel like that's really significant.
I don't know, maybe he's scared of losing 80.
I think you have enough magic here, right? Yeah, he might be afraid of 80. You're right. Barbossa's hand is pretty trash. He's probably thinking if he should smash his own... Okay. I would have considered smashing my own favor here, because it's otherwise useless. Otherwise I would have enough magic. Obviously there are no items in diQ's hand, so the nasal goo actually lethal on the axe.
Yeah, I like that.
Our enemies will regret coming.
And he gets rewarded.
Wait,
Oh wow, okay.
what? What was he scared of for?
I don't know, duel?
5
'Cause he
man.
had... Don't know. Alright, Barbossa gets a blink. That's actually really big. Now the question will be, does diQ manage to deal those last
15
points
seconds
of
remaining.
damage through the TOT bristle? He's got the emissary.
And there's the bracers of sacrifice. Why? Why would you even run it? Like, what's the thought process there?
Yeah. I wonder if he was tinkering with the deck and forgot it inside. That would be a good explanation. Otherwise, I mean, lane mobility, but I don't know, man.
15 seconds remaining.
Feels awkward. Alright, 12 damage going through here. diQ could still draw into enough magic. It keeps drawing useless cards. So let's see where he chooses to deploy this emissary. He's got 2 options here. None of them are looking too hot, I'll say.
Oh, Barbossa's taking no damage last lane
Yeah,
because of the arrows. That's so huge.
it is. So diQ could potentially drop the emissary pump and blink into last, because theoretically the LC will be dealing the last 8 points of damage. But it's kind of risky. As it stands, it will be enough, but let's see how both players sequence these things. I mean, Barbossa might want enough magic here just to make sure that the tree doesn't go anywhere. Especially now that diQ has wasted mana.
You see this one coming?
Yeah, goes for it.
Nothing
Also,
can stop us.
both players are starting to be a little short on the clock, but considering their hands, I don't think they should be
Allow the quarrel to
wasting
be
too much time.
You blink the lichen?
I think you do, because it doesn't look like 80 is gonna be fast enough. And if you blink, you just... I mean, short of TOT, I don't see how diQ is gonna be able to deal those last points of damage here. So it feels to me he needs to really draw TOT, or otherwise
It was always going to come to
could
this.
potentially try to go for 80 in lane 1, but okay. That's off the table now. He
Asked
drops
us
the
to deliver
emissary.
a message.
There's a nasal goo. He could potentially nasal goo the emissary, but he won't even need it actually. Right.
Axe will cut down anything in his way.
Oh, and another good card to draw there.
Got you now.
An extra blocker. The bracers will save the LC, I'll say.
Time to
Oh.
end this rebellion.
Okay, don't think he needed to do that. But he wants to drop the wolf next to the tree, right? So,
Yeah, I'd assume so from that play.
yeah, I thought he'd be keeping those
I'm ready to fight.
for extra blockers.
Wolf, to me.
And I think he wants to drop the bracers before passing, just to avoid...
The
There you go.
Legion is always well prepared.
So yeah, Barbossa essentially out of cards. diQ's got a blink. He's going to be able to blink both heroes from lane 1 if he so chooses. And he's got that Berserkers that might actually be relevant. The Act of Defiance, absolutely useless. Trying to figure out how diQ gets out of this without throwing a TOT, but it's...
Wait. What was that?
That was weird. It's okay. I didn't expect that.
At your step.
So now all of a sudden the Act of Defiance might actually deny red. Okay, I'm not sure what play he was looking to avoid there. Yeah, so if the diQ draws TOT though, Barbossa's tower is still at 13, so it doesn't look quite lethal yet. It's gonna have to blink till zero's over, and then it will be.
Yeah.
And mid lane, I wonder if this Bristle goes mid. Is that how much damage is there? Oh, I need just the bear.
Excellent!
31 plus 12, that's 43. 6, 12, no, not even close.
How do you do math so fast? That would take me like 5 minutes just to count.
This pleases me. Your
It's easier when there's no
strength
blockers.
I know.
Hey, it's not a bar stool, but
Okay, so where's Barbossa gonna go?
Oh,
Nowhere.
the
Nowhere,
axe
that's where.
coming into play.
Oh,
Yes,
the
right now.
arrow!
But you know what? He didn't draw a TOT, so he's still fighting an uphill battle here.
Perfect.
He could duel the axe. But Barbossa has 2 blockers.
Right, so he's representing 8 damage on the tower. diQ's getting slightly unlucky on the arrows, though. Let's not forget he's committed double spring to lane 3, an emissary. He's committed so much into that lane, it's actually crazy. He's got a pump here, there's no way that you pass.
Yeah, you have to. You have to survive. Hope to survive.
Yeah.
From the quarry.
You gotta hope that this survives, and now I will question his plays last turn where he dropped 2 creeps. Those creeps could have been essential here. And this Berserkers, if he chooses to do it, will just kill the axe, and the wolf will allow for another 6 damage to pass. Luckily he's got the druid, but there's a duel as well. So right, he's setting up. I think you drop the standard bearer in front of the axe straight away. Before you lose a... No, because now he's not going to be able to
What?
play any red cards. This is going to cost him. Yep.
Yeah, that was a
It
weird
always comes
pass.
I think Barbossa misplayed these last 2 rounds. How much damage can he block now? But he's going to be dueled, it doesn't matter. He should have dropped the bearer.
Keep me safe, old friend.
Yeah. I mean, actually, there's enough damage going through.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, I
then.
feel like Barbossa misplayed his creeps. And also should not have passed. He should definitely have played the standard bearer. Maybe he didn't account for duel and berserkers. Alright, diQ getting there without even having access to the TOT. So what this means is that diQ is now out of red-green. And yeah, Barbossa can still play all of his decks. So let's see if under both players diQ is trolling you.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the IQ one bit. Fuck that guy. I'll add to the prize pool $10 to whoever eliminates the IQ.
Right, so that's diQ out of mono green ramp. That was his list right there. The Rix actually... The Rix was actually good, I'll say. Proved to be better than the Lycan, but I think it was just a question of the cards he played, of dropping those creeps. It just goes to show how important blockers are. Because dropping 2 creeps to get an extra 4 damage on the tower was actually not relevant at all.
Yeah.
Right, so diQ is still... So let's see, I mean, I think both of these players are more comfortable on mono red than anything else. So I'm wondering...
Isn't Barbossa more of a mono black player though?
I keep saying that he's a mono red player and then people keep telling me that, so probably...
Yeah, I've never
yeah.
seen him play mono red and Prize.
I have, but yeah, you guys have been playing way more Prize than I have lately, so... Do you think you should go mono black in that case?
Who, Barbossa?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it depends on what he thinks the IQ is gonna choose. Like, that's the problem. You don't know what you're gonna queue into.
Yeah, he's playing the list that I actually like with the 1 Slay on the flex slot. diQ is requesting a minute. Oh, he's already back actually. So let's go. diQ's on red.
The IQ...
It's a mirror. Alright. Let's see who comes out ahead. diQ playing his classic list. 1 smash. Oh no, this is Barbossa's. Yeah, the diQ's is the one with all the 1-ups. Exactly. We talked about that before. 1 pillager, 1 spot, 1 smash, 1 exiles, 1 combat training. Wait, 1 burning oil? What?
Wait, who's running Burning Oil? diQ?
Yeah. What? And 1 maul as well. Okay, I didn't see
I guess
that.
it's something he can smash. Because people used to run that like back at the start, one of that, so they can smash it if there was nothing to smash.
Right, let me update the score.
I understand my orders.
Yeah, 1 burning oil. Jeez. Okay. I don't even know how to assess that. Feels
The
like a
Legion
bad
has
card.
arrived.
It is. It is a bad card.
Alright, I'll say both players having pretty expensive hands. At least the IQ's got the elite, but both of them dropped the Legos. So yeah, Barbossa tried to get the lucky arrow there, failed. So how does it feel to be a biased caster, Sheet?
Dude, no. So, okay, all the time I'm like, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. I'm joking. I don't really mean it, but honestly, from the bottom of my heart, fuck the IQ. I can't stand him. I hate him. I'll say it. Fuck him.
Great. But so did he do anything specifically mean against you, or?
He's. Have you not read your own chat? He always writes racist shit to me out of nowhere. Stuff I can't even say on stream. But you guys can look through the chat logs on my stream, on 9 stream, on Baby stream. Fuck the IQ.
Why does he have that weird nickname on Twitch? Did he get banned or something?
I have no clue.
His nickname looks like a bot every time. Alright, let's stop
Rise Legion stands
fooling
united.
around. Yeah, both players hoping to get a duel here to kill the opponent's Bristol. Not happening though.
Form on my standard.
Feel like diQ is getting the slight upper hand here though, with the flag bearer. The Legos get traded.
I guess to drop a bearer here.
Yeah, so good.
I raise the bull's
Yeah, Barbossa getting definitely punished by his draws. No options, and by now diQ's gotta know he's got nothing to play because he hasn't played anything. So diQ can read into that. He knows now that Barbossa has an expensive hand. Dude, how sick would it be if Barbossa gets the Pillager going and then diQ drops the Burning Oil?
Thing is, like, what lane is he gonna play it in? He can't, like, there's no, like, lane you can play it where it's gonna hit the tower. Okay, maybe last, actually.
Right, Barbossa forced into playing that Tide in mid lane. It's obviously not gonna do anything, because that's what Tide does for the first 5 rounds of the game. And diQ opting to go third. Feeling confident in first. He's got those 2 creeps. Kinda good when, I mean, when you got 2 standard bearers, like wherever the creeps go, it just feels good.
Fifteen seconds remaining.
diQ did get the Demagicking Maul, which is basically a glorified 5 gold combat training, so not great.
5
Got a
seconds
short sword
remaining.
as well.
3.
So he's really valuing those 2 extra damage.
It's kind of weird to see none of the Tides go lane 1. Like, Barbossa has to deploy it middle. He doesn't have an option, but it's weird from diQ to go last lane.
Agree. Especially when you've got more heroes
Just
coming
what I
in
was looking for.
from the fountain next round. How do you feel about diQ running only 2 blinks though? It feels so weird, man.
I don't know, like in most of my decks I run 2 blinks, I think it's enough. But I don't play mono red, so I don't know how important blink is. I assume it's, yeah, I think you need 3 because of TOTs and you want to reposition. Especially for the mirror, where Primal Roar is gonna just send you into random lanes.
Yeah, I do generally agree that a lot of decks can do fine with just 2 blinks, because otherwise you get blocked a lot. But still. Gets a nice curve there on the elite. Unfortunately, not enough to finish him off quite yet. But he's got the phase boots, so what can he do there? Because if he can actually swap with the elite will grow, and that will be enough if he then drops a short sword on the beast. So he really wants Barbossa to drop something here. Yeah, Barbossa's first not got great options, and second he wants to see what diQ is up to. He's obviously gonna try, I mean. He's already got the read from previous round that Barbossa's hand is pretty expensive. Barbossa's hand is just trash right now, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Absolute trash. So diQ's gotta feel like he's playing a goldfish right now. He should just go for it.
This is ours for the taking.
Get some good use out of
No
that.
mercy for trespassers.
That's probably his best scenario, is trading that pillager for a small
Yeah.
elite, the way things are right now. Good thing is, though, I'll say, Barbossa hasn't taken any tower damage, so at least he's getting time, and he's run a TOT.
Excellent.
Radish is too loud. Okay, I'll reduce his sound
Am
a
I?
lot. It's probably from my settings, because you're actually at 150% in my thing. Which is weird, because you shout a lot.
I don't. What do you mean? I'm always calm and collected.
Raise the bull snake high.
Alright, so diQ finally getting some damage on the towers. And I have to say, you're holding 3 enough magics to just go for it. You need to buy time.
You might as well use them.
Oh, Horn, Rashid's wet dream. Horn
No, I
from
actually
the
like
secret
Vestures.
shop.
Vestures are my favorite item this
yeah?
game.
Alright.
Yeah, since day one. Every deck I made in the first 2 weeks, I ran and one for me and a Vesture. Even if it wasn't Econ, because I was like, if I snowball and pick up one, and then on one for me, it's just, that's it, I win the game. Needless to say, it was fucking dumb. Maybe in 2 weeks, I got worth out of it maybe once.
So Barbossa double deploys into first, trying to put up a comeback. Oh, and there's a TOT for diQ, but Barbossa draws a second copy as well. So this might just turn out to be a battle of the TOT, as Mono Red often is. So let's see.
To me, old friend.
But middle lane is gonna take way too much damage this turn.
Yeah, it ain't looking good. And that's also the disadvantage of having Tide, is like Berserkers calling Tide is just a joke. I thought he might potentially duel that flag bearer, but yep, it's not to. So 6 mana for diQ, we can potentially Stonehall Elite here. I'm wondering if he wants to rather keep that for potential chump blocks or to just go wide in lane 3, but as it stands, I don't think he wants to contest lane 3 as much as he wants to contest these two.
Thank you.
It feels overall like diQ is just a more calm and patient
Much
player.
appreciated.
Like
Yeah.
he's pushing Barbossa. Okay, Barbossa's hand sucks. Okay, I realize he doesn't have a lot of options, but he keeps getting Barbossa to play stuff first, and then he can just react.
Yeah, isn't this matchup supposed to be like whoever's playing reactive wins?
In the early turns, for sure. In the mid game, I would say it's often more mixed, and in the late game, it's the one who gets the stuff out first, really. So yeah, I think there's kind of a balance. There's a curve, but for sure in the early game, I think whoever plays reactive tends to have an advantage. Using the maul. Saying he doesn't give a crap about initiative. He is gonna take this lane pretty easily. We know there's nothing to be done here. And obviously, he knows that Barbossa is holding the Fountain Flask as his drop is single veil, so that 4 mana item has to be the flask.
Yeah. So do you drop the elite here and hope it curves? Do you just hold it?
I think you drop the elite next to the Bristol because you've got the potential option of. Okay, I was gonna say you could face swap the elite with the Bristol if you wanted. So it's really the question of whether he wants to just set up for the Ravage.
Lost control of
He
the
might want to
situation,
TP
Tristan.
the Tide
We will restore order.
and ignore this lane as well, if that's what he's going for. Do you know what I mean? Because his tower is a 40, and the Ravage
Yeah.
will surely have more of an impact in other lanes. But okay, he doesn't. Doesn't have initiative either way, so if he's left the Tide there, it's because he thinks it's good. Neither player with access to blink gold. So they're kind of stuck where they are right now. Imagine we're going to see that Axe TP out. There's a potential for a good Primal Roar here. And considering that no hero died last round, that would also mean that Barbossa would set up nicely for a lane 1 TOT. And he gets the correct positioning, Barbossa does. And he's got to know that there's no Jaspers right now. So this is your moment, dude.
Yeah, please fucking roar, dude. I can't take any more of the IQ's ego, man.
Will kill you all.
Alright. Goes for the kill. And now it's the question whether diQ wants to Primal Roar away. Or potentially dual, or yeah, Berserkers would kill his LC, but he could dual. Okay, no longer. No longer an option. Somewhat surprised by this sequence of events.
Yeah, me too, actually. Expected him to do something in lane 1. This is not even gonna do anything in this lane.
No. Now the other thing to notice is diQ has Kraken Shell advantage.
You're not going anywhere.
This is Barbossa. I feel like this is not a great Ravage because okay, it prevents lethal on the tower.
Yeah, but it's just for 1 turn, though.
Yeah, the question now is does... Actually, it might not be so bad, because now the question is does diQ TP out? And hope that the Lego is enough?
Trust you.
Alright. So now he can contest the lane. So actually I like that.
Yeah, but no creeps in hand.
You're only standing because I am.
And no Jaspers either, so...
That works for me.
And diQ can still take the initiative, so he's dealing a lot of tower damage here. He's gonna be able to TOT the LC if he wants. Otherwise, to get a proper TOT, he's gonna have to wait another round. But he can also Kraken Shell and then Primal Roar. Would actually be decent. Of course, the disadvantage there is that wherever the Bristle gets pushed to, that lane will be insta-TOT'd. Alright, so yeah, this telegraphs a TOT. Kraken Shell,
Yeah.
TOT.
Nothing's getting past me.
And yeah, the IQ's play has just been crisper, like... At least from our obviously privileged view, it feels like the IQ is playing nicely. Also easier because he's had the better hand until now. The big question will be whether those two TOTs can submit the IQ's single TOT into shame or not. Trust the smash as well.
The bull snake high.
And notice the Jaspers. That's a huge pickup for Barbossa right now.
Your ancient's days are numbered. Who would dare challenge Axe?
Jaspers won't be enough to kill the Tide though, and he's got the phase boots as well. So I don't imagine we're gonna see the Jaspers dropped.
I'm not done fighting.
Barbossa having drawn the Brawler though, he will have the option to block in mid. So that means that the IQ is gonna be forced to go back into mid.
Bless you.
I muted my mic for that, so now chat is wondering why you blessed me.
Can even drop the brawler, yeah.
Challenge. I go where I please.
Alright, setting up for a double TOT, so Barbossa now picking up steam. This is a huge round for him. There isn't enough magic though. So his plans might be foiled for now. And depending where the tide lands, actually, that elite is gonna grow a bit more, so... Might be considering healing here.
Oh no, the punish.
Right, the brawler stands alone in mid. The tide landing in front of the elite. And he's, yeah, I mean, this is a prime enough magic. He prevents
Yeah,
Call of the
you
Wild,
have to take
kills the tide, the elite grows. He must be considering the primal roar, but I feel like, yeah, exactly. That's just adding salt to the wound, really. And now I feel like Barbossa is really behind. I'll say the diQ is not seen much in the way of blink daggers, so his heroes are still relatively stuck. But he is threatening lethal on all three towers. Yeah, Barbossa is going to want to drop... If he sees a Berserker Skull, he might want to drop those Jaspers and Berserkers. He doesn't get it. So he's got the option of Primal Roaring now, finally. And he will prevent all tower damage by doing that. Also, I don't know how much track of gold he's been keeping, but well, we know the diQ doesn't have a blink. There you go.
Oh yeah, I was scared of that. I
Oh.
wouldn't have roared there, because any lane they landed into, like, it was instantly lost.
Yeah, but I mean, of all the towers, I feel like this is potentially not that bad. And it's got a duel. Okay, yeah, let's see how this plays out. It will really depend how much damage he can prevent in last. But at least this tower's saved. That's what that does. And now he can also Kraken Shell here, and then enough magic. Seems like he's going for that. And I like that. He's got the Exiles as well to prevent some damage. I imagine we're gonna be seeing the second enough magic come out. Right, tower goes down, but it doesn't really matter. The diQ at least goes up to 9 gold.
Yeah, but this tower is gonna fall. Like, he's gonna play the Merc. He's gonna get dueled.
Yeah.
The diQ also has a brawler.
Our hunt is a sacred right. You won't impede us.
Well, he's got the Call of the Wild and he's got the Exiles. Let's see if it's enough. Doesn't look like right now. There's also a duel for the diQ.
If the money's good, there's no one who
I feel like you Call of the Wild first, right?
Yeah.
Stonehall doesn't care about you. You're just a spoke on the wheel.
Alright, odds are still good that he blocks something relevant. The diQ's out of mana, so I think he's gonna make it.
Protects its own.
Alright, tower's gonna
The
be...
diQ can just swap with phase boots.
Yeah. This game's over. Got enough magic though. And he's got it. That's his third and last.
It's all over.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, but now what?
No
Doesn't
gold
have
for blink.
blinks.
Yeah. He's got a blink on the tides, but the tide's gonna go third anyway. He could potentially draw spring and get lucky on the creeps. Oh, he's gonna TOT first and jump. There's no way that he deals enough damage though. I'm not sure I like that. Because his best draw is probably the spring here, not the TOT. Gets berserkers. Alright, so TOT on Tide and berserkers, does that with Jaspers as well?
Soon the
He
ancient
did get
will
pretty
fall.
good arrows last lane, like there's only the
reason
elite
Axe
hitting
is
the
the
tower.
toughest.
But there are berserks, there are primal roars, there are duels in the IQ's hand. Yeah, I think this is just over.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Oh, he gets the lucky jump as well. Alright, alright. The suspense is building up. Hourglass, pretty decent pickup here actually, because there's still a ways to go for Barbossa. Even if he survives, he's still got a ways to go, and the Hourglass will prevent him from getting any further traction. Now, the Aki's got to be considering all his options because he's got 4 heroes stuck here. He might want to consider going for 80, but it doesn't. And feels like he's gonna want to duel here. Alright, so this is a pretty amazing Jaspers into call. But there are the phase boots, so...
None of you will escape.
Oh, excuse me, it kills straight away?
Oh.
I didn't realize it would kill through straight. I thought he needed to Jaspers first. So actually,
Time for us to get
Barbossa getting pretty lucky here. That's his last spell as well. But there is an LC coming in.
Yeah, and diQ has no gold for blinks or TPs.
Are we gonna see the upset? Dude, if Barbossa steals this game, it's outrageous.
Please, Barbossa, get a blink. Please!
And the shop is just trolling the IQ, showing him the blink.
Thing is Barbossa gonna win last lane faster than diQ is gonna take middle?
It's gonna be tough. But if he gets a blink, he can still blink into mid, and he hasn't drawn any springs, has he? Yeah, he's still got 2 springs in his deck. So that's another good card to draw. Alright, LC goes last. We're not seeing any items just yet, but it seems like he bought something.
Oh, no blink.
Doesn't get it. He draws a smash
You gotta smash.
and a bear.
That's...
Alright. I'm not gonna pan out, I'm gonna make chat suffer. Plebs. Is there any way in hell that Barbossa 80s before diQ 80s? No way. It doesn't even.
Nah, I don't see it. There's no way.
There's a Cold Wild, there's a Spring.
Ready to leave.
There's just so much stuff here. Red Mist Pillager, 20 Berserker Skull. It feels. I mean, diQ's got so much card advantage. He didn't even drop the Hourglass last round.
Good use of this.
Just noticing right now. Alright, so
I travel alone.
this is feeling like a 2-0 for diQ. And for all the bashing that people do, diQ is just sweeping this thing.
Yeah, still fuck diQ.
So you're gonna donate $10 to the ACS if diQ loses?
No, I said to whoever beats diQ specifically.
Damn, dude. You're so cheap, dude. Just donate to the ACS.
Dude, I don't... This month I'm getting no salary and I spent the last of my money on my cat getting vaccinated, dude.
All
I'm,
right, that
I'm
was
not
good.
eating,
I'll say
man.
that was great. That was
I
good.
can
You did well, bro.
ravage this place whenever I please.
You want me to donate when I haven't eaten in 2 weeks, man?
Jesus. You can eat your cigarettes in last case, or you can eat your girlfriend, I guess, if it gets to that. I mean,
Nah, she's too skinny and short. It's not even enough.
right. This is just the players BMing us. Come on, dudes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're typing to each other at this point. There's no way they're actually thinking.
All right, tower goes down to 20 for diQ. Still surviving through all of that. diQ still doesn't have and the blink shows up again.
Like, I think Barbossa shouldn't Barbossa have blinked middle and hoped for a good ravage?
Well,
I mean, he's screwed either way. If he blinks, he's not doing enough damage in last lane, but he's still losing middle.
yeah, and now the LC.
And he can even
berserk
lose
his
first right now.
Oh, that's a TNT.
And all Barbossa has is a smash. Yeah, so diQ can just drop the brawler here and win.
Alright, I'm gonna update the score. I wish we had one of those things like in poker where it shows you the percentage of win, you know? Or like in Dota, you know, where there's the bar changing.
Oh yeah, the Dota Plus.
We
Yeah.
are
Oh man,
unstoppable.
don't get me started on Artifact Plus.
Would you actually want that?
Yeah, I would love that, dude. What? I would fucking subscribe to that in 1 second. Did I tell you that I got an email from Richard Garfield?
Did you actually?
I did, bro.
Yeah, when? Soon?
Not even trolling.
What did he say? What was the email about?
I can't tell you just yet.
Oh, were you asking for a beta key?
To Richard Garfield, what?
Yeah?
No.
Oh, you're doing a podcast again? Did I spoil it?
Well, I am doing a podcast. I'm not talking to Garfield again. No. Well, I mean, that would be cool, actually. Maybe I should ask him. Yeah, I just like to troll chat. All right, so that's diQ winning with his mono red. He's out of mono red right now, so diQ's two deck choices right now are red black and mono black. All right, so that's what he's got. Barbossa still struggling to get on the board. diQ is asking for a 5 to 10 minute break. Do you think he's gonna shower again?
Fucking diQ, man. Everything he does pisses me off. Why? Like, is he exhausted from thinking with ramp and mono red? What does he need a break for?
All right. I'm gonna leave you guys for a minute. We'll take a break as well. So yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. And
Okay, wait. I really need to pee too.
yeah, all right. So we'll be right back. In the meantime, don't go anywhere and just donate to the ACS. Don't be like Rashid. Be cool.
Just waiting for the photos. I see all the things on my mind, yeah. Stacking money like 365. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real. Don't say you get money, boy, you been broke. Did you dash up in my circle, you can roll. Only catch up in my vision in the south. Now I'm smashing on the model cause I bought. Hey, how is this cream? I'ma take the team. We gon' be hot, hot like steam. I just got the dreams. I got what you mean. It's all funny to the feet. I get 50 to my G. Shit is real. Cause this shit is real.
All right. So.
Nine, are you drinking this
Yes.
early in the day?
I was just about to say I had the difficult choice between coffee and wine, and I said fuck it.
What the fuck is line?
Wine, dude.
Wine, okay.
Red wine. What?
Why would you drink wine if you got your choice of any alcoholic beverage? Why do you drink wine?
Well, because I became intolerant to beer recently. I get like skin rashes. Which sucks, I was a beer guy, but you know, wine's fine too. Alright, so just waiting for the players to finish registering. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Yeah. It's probably because I'm drinking wine in the middle of the afternoon.
Can I what's the term again?
I know what I was gonna say, dude. I got this great idea for a YouTube segment.
Okay.
Is
it like your intro on Twitch?
Yeah, it's yes. It's a cringe segment where I'm gonna sit next to a fireplace and read negative artifact Steam reviews. What do you think?
It sounds good to me.
It's super cringy, so I think it's gonna be awesome.
It is, and Overwatch did it first, so yeah, it's not even original.
What?
Yeah, the what's his face?
Oh fuck
The
me.
dude in charge of Overwatch did it on stream.
Really? Oh shit! I thought I was having a cool, interesting idea, and apparently, I'm ripping of all things, fucking Overwatch. Shit.
Well, it's fine because they ripped off a lot of things, so you know.
All right, so Barbossa running his mono red again, diQ going with mono black. So let's see if Barbossa manages to leverage his slightly favorable matchup here. Guys in chat, you gotta let me know if voice and sounds are good or not. Hopefully so, but yeah, just let me know. Players are in it, so let's go. All right. So Barbossa not getting any kills on the flop. Oh, and diQ's got a pretty cheap hand, which is great for him. But Barbossa does too, so this is going to be an action-packed early game, it looks like.
If you're willing to pay, we're willing to fight.
I hope you've made peace with your deities.
The exiles come down.
Stonehall doesn't care about you. You're just a spoke on the wheel.
That's some very precious 10 damage in round 1. That is actually really, really big. Obviously the Disciple not really suiting any of these lanes. So let's see how much traction diQ gets on the gold department here. It doesn't have any gold generating cards. And those hip fires and pick off are just a bit short right now. Barbossa thinking of going mid with that beast. Oh, chat is asking me for songs. Dudes, if I play songs, the whole thing will be out of audio, so I cannot play any copyrighted music during the streams. Sorry for that.
Oh, whoa, what did Matt just... Can you mod me, please? I want to time out Matt. He's saying some blasphemic shit in chat.
What is he saying? Dance,
saying
Gavin, dance is trash? What?
Yeah, he's even lying, dude.
It's definitely something I probably shouldn't do is mod you in chat, dude.
Why?
I don't know.
Mod me so I can read what diQ wrote in your chat last time. How do you give a platform to a racist?
I do not condone racism in any form.
I offer a taste of what the court of Bristol can provide.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Tresden's is about to come down.
That is such a good Tresden's, man. Tresden's is just one of those cards when it's good. It's really good. That's just one of those situations, so it's gonna prevent gold once more. Wow. Comes down. Easy decision. There is 13 damage on the tower, but I'm sure he's sure he can live with that for now. Right, bunch of options here. Vandal, Hipfire, Gank, Pickoff. Unfortunately for diQ, if he ganks the axe, he is gonna trade, which sucks. He could potentially trade the Bristle in lane 1, but that feels bad as well. This lane is just...
At least you made me work.
Not going well for diQ. He might opt to drop the Oglodi, I'm not sure what he's thinking. The long schlong? Yeah, yes, that's me, bro. Chat is asking me to mute you? Dude.
No, it's just some random guy. Who gives a fuck? Who's the fuck? He doesn't even follow you, dude. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, he's been getting a lot of Horn of the Elf and the Secret Shop.
And he spends his gold on a blink. Obviously, he doesn't hold any paydays or anything, so I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do with that blink, but let's see. There isn't enough magic in Barbossa's hand, so he could also deny the blink. I don't know how much Barbossa values pumping the exiles, but let's see what he buys. I'm sure he's going to buy items. Right, it's looking good for Barbossa, I'll say that. Seems like diQ is just gonna have to abandon mid lane.
Yeah, but this is a terrible decision, because Because when Barbossa takes this lane and he deploys into other lanes, it's gonna be really hard for the IQ to deal with all of the heroes.
He's gonna be able. He killed the bristle, so he's gonna be able to blink out. I'm assuming that's what he's gonna do. He is actually pushing decent damage in lanes 1 and 3, so it doesn't blink. Okay. Plus, we are coming on to round 4 next round, so laser and headshot are both going to be available in lane 1. But there is a Berserker's Call, so keep that in mind.
I'll tear you apart.
So chat wants me to mute you. I mean, chat, if chat donates, let me see. If chat donates 50 euros, I'll mute Rashid and I'll cast alone.
Oh, look, Anger, the only person that matters in chat doesn't want it. Thank you, Anger.
You got a fangirl. And once again, diQ kind of stuck on gold. This is a gold generating deck. It ain't doing that, I'll tell you that much. And initiative on Barbossa's side, it's going to be a beautiful Berserker's Call, I have to imagine. Oh, and he can even pump the exiles afterwards if he so chooses. Right, diQ's drawing his late game cards now, so he is going to have Assassinate and Chain Frost next round, but it ain't looking good. And diQ's kind of forced to kill these exiles otherwise.
Yeah, he has to.
If he heals the Lich, he won't die actually. But he won't kill the exiles. It really depends how much Barbossa values these 12 gold. Yep.
That was fun. I did not return from death, only to die.
Right, I can't imagine Barbossa is too phased by this because he's got the bristle coming in. Now this tower is getting low. But this is a free lane for him. He can call the wild, can mist, and he can blink out, which I'm sure we're gonna see. Also, there's no coup for the diQ, so it's not like he can insta kill a hero.
The jungle will protect me.
And Barbossa is going to be threatening 80 here, I have to imagine. He's also got a standard bearer.
Stand tall, my friend.
Also, well, C right now is out of Assassinate range, out of Chain Frost range, so yeah, Barbossa's got to keep he's got to keep pushing his advantage.
Oh, now he gets a vesture in the secret shop.
Right, yeah, he's got to be feeling not great about this, but he's got to draw the Jasper. He's got to buy the Jaspers. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, holding on, hoping to finally get some gold generation going, but he really needs to draw a payday for that. Right, initiative on the diQ side, still no coup. The Assassinate unable to kill the Tide. Unable, well, he is able to kill the Bristle in mid, but it seems like a very poor investment to spend mana on mid right now. He hasn't seen any cloaks. Do you draw a card here?
I don't think so. I think he favors the damage because it's gonna be really hard to win this lane from this spot. And in this matchup, you usually want to use your Q after they TOT because at that point, Assassinate and Chain doesn't do anything.
Yeah, agreed. Right, both players have a lot of time, so I imagine we're gonna be seeing some time bank being spent here. diQ passes without doing anything, and this could just be an enough magic, or simply a pass actually would be good for Barbossa.
Yeah. I think he just passed straight back.
Excellent!
Time to end this.
Wait, what?
That's really a waste of a card. He could just pass back. That is straight up a misplay. That has to be a misplay.
I don't get that play at all. Why did he just pass?
Yeah, that was a misplay. Trying to be nice to our players here, dude. You know, trying to make them look good, and they're just All right. You know what? I think something I've seen this season of ACS that I haven't seen in the previous season is I think some players are feeling the pressure of being like on stream. Like I think also Baby succumbed to pressure. Like Baby played really below his level last time. Dude, people are.
Yeah, thing is, Faraz is talking shit about me. What do you mean, kid? I'm literally the only one that watches your trash stream.
People are cheering me to mute you. Oh god. Well, as I said, unless I see a 50 € donation, I'm not gonna mute Rashid. I'm sorry, guys. Ravage comes out, making sure that PA doesn't go anywhere. Also keeping the tide healthy, avoiding the assassinate. This might just be an alpha on the Ancient in mid lane, as it looks. The diQ's gotta go in there. Either he draws a March to contain the threat, or he's gotta go in there and Chain Frost. You can't leave it as it is. Also, Barbossa up to 19 gold, so who's the gold deck now? diQ hits the Vestures though, so seems like he's gonna commit Sniper to mid. Probably drop the Vestures and avoid the threat of 80. Or he can drop the Vestures in another lane and just Chain Frost from mid.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to commit the Vesture. Oh, he gets the March.
He gets the March, so now the lane is contained. Had he known that, he probably wouldn't even have deployed there. But it is great to have a hero in every lane, though. This is something that I see the diQ doing quite often, is abandoning a lane, but this deck has so much cross-lane play. Like,
yeah, you always want a hero in every lane. Always.
Alright, so Barbossa's got... diQ's got to be really scared of a TOT here. But as we know, there is none. It's kind of crazy that the diQ's first and third lane are still so healthy.
Magic will be stopped.
Alright, he dodges the TOT by playing the sensor. Of course, he couldn't know better, but that wasn't the best play for him. Oh, and it goes... Oh, man. Wow, what a great...
That was an amazing roar.
Yep.
You love to see it, especially against the diQ.
I rather like this.
How are you feeling about this game? Do you see a way out for diQ?
I mean, he gets to deploy 3 heroes next turn, can assassinate left, but
Do you march
Barbossa's
to
getting
right
the
lane?
Beastmaster. Is he gonna try to take this lane?
I think he has to. I mean, it doesn't have another another realistic option here. So he could potentially march into third, try to deal as much damage as possible in this one.
No one is beyond my reach.
Ha! Let's see Sniper do better.
Alright, gets on the board in the mid lane, contains the 80 threat. Still not looking great. But I mean, his saving grace is that there's no TUT. Even though he doesn't really know that yet. Gets a cloak. And here comes the triple deploy. Let's see where he's gonna want to fight.
I think they all have to go first lane.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, with Barbossa holding a standard bearer and a bronze legionnaire, actually could do a lot of damage into lane 3 as well.
Collect our bounty.
So let's see, a lot of abilities are available here. The Chain Frost doesn't quite do a lot. He could potentially try to kill, diQ could potentially try to kill the Beastmaster if he gets lucky, but otherwise this Axe and this Bristle, they're just kind of untouchable. Barbossa draws the Spring, so he can also cross lane threat.
No, I think, yeah. The enough magic, I think, was the play to go for, because he's scared to lose any hero here.
Yeah. And he would have had 2 of those if he didn't waste the previous one as well. But it actually doesn't seem like it's going to matter a lot.
My machines will tear you apart.
Yeah, diQ's really struggling to deal damage here. Yeah, he goes for that. And I imagine we're even going to see the Glody drop, potentially.
You're in my sights.
Oh no, excuse me, he's already spent all his mana. So if you're Barbossa now, do you spring or do you drop
I spring first and I blink first and I just push this. Wait, there's a march? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that beast's gonna die.
But I think it's still fine, like...
Do you wanna not defend mid? Because first lane's at 11. TP's out.
Okay, he TPs. That's good, it gives him an option to blink into middle.
Mm-hmm. Agree. Yeah, diQ once more unable to purchase anything from the shop. Barbossa, at this point, I bet he's drawn most of his deck. He hasn't? Wow, that's crazy. Still got a blink, still got a phase, and a couple of Jaspers. So he could even find another blink potentially. No, he's playing 2, right? 3. Okay, he's got another one in there. Let's see how much gold he spends. I think he got Jaspers in healing self. Alright, so...
Still no coups for diQ.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of crazy that he's still holding on to that vesture.
He gets 1 play before he gets dueled. Well, never mind. He has a vesture and a cloak.
Let's see what happens next.
Right? Oh, well, okay. Wouldn't have you have targeted the axe first? I guess he really wanted to make sure to kill the creeps.
They will come for me, and I will be ready.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be enough though. There's double Jaspers
Take a fight, shall we?
There's TOT.
and
I will unlock its
yeah.
potential.
It's looking like Barbossa is gonna be finally on the board.
Good kind is going to write about this.
And that's just
It would
unnecessary.
take an army to stop that.
Gets a blocker, not gonna be enough.
John is able to manifest.
Boom. That's a brutal hit, 48 damage on the tower. Right? We've
Best
got
match I've
ourselves-
seen all day.
So I will have to create a new lobby, so hang in there, guys. Alright, so that's Barbossa winning with his red deck. He won't be able to play that anymore. He's got black, red, green, and red, black as options. See if I can get you guys Barbossa's red, green ramp up on screen while I create a new lobby. Dude, I'm really disappointed that that fireside review idea is gone. Damn it. I can't copy Overwatch, I won't do that. I'll have to come up with another meme idea.
Well, how stupid are you gonna look if Artifact 2 comes out and fails miserably?
Have you seen the latest reviews? Actually, the game, if you look at the most recent reviews, the game's got very positive reviews. What the hell?
What, really?
Yeah. Isn't that stupid? People have been changing reviews just because they announced something. Oh well. Internet and Steam reviews. What an iconic duo. Dude, what's your nick on Steam? Why can I not find you?
I'm not Rashid. Same. With 80% positive reviews?
Yeah, I told you. Wait, are we not friends on Steam?
I think we are.
I don't
Are
see
we?
you,
I
dude. What the
I
hell?
don't see you either. Wait, I'll add you.
Yeah, whatever, I'll just get you an invite.
Yeah, we're not friends.
I'll add you in a sec. Alright, so we're just waiting on diQ to register his own deck. Let me see if I can find the lobby and add you. Oh, you've already sent a friend request? Wait a second.
Yeah. So what decks are left?
So diQ's got red, black, and black, and Barbossa's got black, red, green, and red, black.
Well, have we been seeing a lot of these red with PA splash again lately?
Yeah.
Like it felt like no one was playing it for ages.
Well, the thing is that people play
Is
that
it just
as-
an excuse?
I think
they
it's
wanna
just an
play mono
excuse.
red?
I personally do not feel like the deck plays out the same as mono red, and so therefore I did not consider it the same deck. So I allowed people to submit it. and people think that they're exploiting the system, I personally do not mind. I think it's fine.
No, it's fine because it existed way before.
All right, so diQ's on black and Barbossa's on red-black. So let's see how things play out this time around. Great. In the meantime, guys, donate to the ACS. There will be another match series after this, Mazelji versus Sneaky. So if you want to mute Rashid, you know, it's still worth your money.
Dude, don't advertise it. What the fuck, man? We're supposed to be a team. First you side with the racist over me, and now
What?
this.
I did not side with the racist, dude. All right, so diQ's hand is looking much better this time around, like really much better, and he is getting the kill in last.
And he does have a track.
What are the odds of Barbossa just dueling to avoid track?
I mean, it's Barbossa. You never know what he does.
Oh,
are we gonna see it?
Does he do it? He's not gonna do it.
Oh, he doesn't do it.
Alright. And that's 16 gold into payday. That's what the black deck wants. Alright, so this changes the match completely, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
How do you feel when you play mono black? Like, how much would you say, like, roughly in terms of percentage, does that change the matchup?
At least then it makes it somewhat winnable. So the way, so I feel like if you start off well, you get a payday off, you get some gold items, your favorite late game. If you don't get blown up early.
Right.
So as red, you wanna kill as many heroes as possible early on and just go as wide as possible. Because then black really struggles to get back into the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
For the glory of Stone.
So bounty proccing and Barbossa saying, I'd rather spend a card than take 11 damage. There is no hipfire, no pick-off for diQ. So he's got a window to payday here if he wants. There is obviously no red hero or no hero at all for Barbossa in the right lane, so yeah, it could add to the gold tally here and double it. The bronze legionnaire will survive, so that's the upside for Barbossa. But this is gonna be 45 gold for diQ, plus a nice hit on the tower. Phase boots, fountain flask.
Is he thinking about picking up the potion of knowledge?
Yeah, I guess. And in the meantime, diQ's got the helm and the cloak. Doesn't spend his all his gold. Nice to see all the new people appearing in chat. So guys, if it's your first time here, welcome to Axe. This is the second season of the Artifact Championship series. And if my co-caster is annoying you, you can donate 50 euros and I'll mute him. And if someone else donates another 50, if someone else donates another 50, I'll unmute you, bro.
Oh yeah, that makes it fair, dude.
Well, I think no one's ever donated 50 euros. No, that's not true, actually. Last season, someone donated $100. That was like the biggest donation ever. That was sick. Anyway, guys, yeah, just donate to the ACS. I'm not gonna pocket anything. All of it's gonna go towards the winner, which at this rate is gonna be a Russian. But let's see. There's still a lot of matches to be played. Down goes the sniper. Now, there's a bunch of options for diQ right here. He goes for the pick-off. Can drop the cloak to draw an additional card. And he could potentially steal a creep. It's not clear to me if he wants to do that here or if he wants to do that in last.
I think you want to save it for like elites or brawlers.
So you don't want to straight up use it because the 6 man is coming up, you think?
Sorry, it's not personal.
Alright.
Because like Red also struggles with dealing with brawlers and elites once they grow.
Sure. He does have to get some HP on this PA. He cannot leave it as it is, because it will be vulnerable to hip fires. Although there's only a pick-off left in Barbossa's deck.
This will help me on my mission.
Wait, what? I'm a racist now? What the fuck did I say?
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is, chat. So diQ got a pretty nice start, but right now he's not really able to generate much more. Barbossa stealing the initiative, wants to get the duel off, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think this is a good duel.
Yeah. LC is going to be vulnerable to pick off or hip fire as well, so Barbossa needs to get some healing or HP items here. Yeah, I can't tell if this dude Villain Kahneman is trolling or if he's serious.
Yeah, I haven't seen him before. I honestly have no clue, dude.
So, yeah, bro, I'm just gonna ask you to chill a bit off, because I can't tell if you're trolling. And I will not tolerate racism here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to moderate chat.
Just mod me, I'll deal with it. Easy, dude. There's a hip fire, and diQ takes it. What is he gonna do now? Just draws a card.
All right, so sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, Barbossa gets a blink, a Jasper's. He's got another duel. It's pretty nice. Still feel like Barbossa is slightly behind, and he can't really afford to be behind in this match. This is his last chance. He needs to win to keep playing.
The hunt begins.
Okay, now I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the helm come down.
Yeah. I often feel like the helm should cost one or less, or one more or one less, to be able to distinguish it from the vestures. I mean, of course, I will say it's cool to have items with the same price, but it's so tough when you're on the other side of the table to have to
I won't
play
stop
around
fighting.
one or the other. Because you
Yeah.
kind of want to drop stuff to counter the Vestures, and you kind of can't because of the Helm.
Thing is, it's so hard. Like, even if you know they have Helm in hand, like, how do you play around it? You're forced to play your creeps. You need them.
Right, as it stands, at least it feels like the match is relatively balanced in the sense that that's diQ's biggest item for now. This lane isn't gonna look good for Barbossa, but his third lane though is looking pretty good. There is a double march though.
Oh, I like that blink.
Yeah, agreed.
And no coups in hand for diQ again.
Yep, and like I mentioned before, that LC was pretty vulnerable. But at least the lane doesn't look so bad, and now diQ can't play the March just yet, so he's gonna have to suffer through some more damage in third lane.
Nice one. What did you expect to happen?
Do you Viscous Goo the melee creep? I almost feel like you do, because...
Why? It's not gonna clear it this turn.
No, but it will in 2 rounds, and the Viscous is probably going to be useless from here on out. Do you think he's going to have a chance to play the Viscous? I don't know.
I think it's... I don't know, because his hand is dead right now.
Yeah, and this is also just the PA splash version, so he doesn't have the Chain Frost to get that extra value from the Viscous on the heroes. Plus, you gotta imagine that the IQ is gonna hit those Jaspers sooner or later.
This just sucks. So Barbossa's gonna go last. No, he's not. If he goes last, he's just gonna get his PA assassinated and just lose last lane.
Yeah. And as it stands, if he loses his last lane, I think this game's over, because there's a Disciple to finish lane 1 right now. Yeah. The IQ kind of would love to drop the marches as well, but he doesn't even need. He's got headshot and laser now that he's deployed this way. Yeah, it's looking like the IQ's got this. He could disciple into gank. Yeah, and he's prepping it. Down comes the salve. He's considering his options because he's obviously aware that Barbossa's got a blink.
How can
So he's gotta try to maximize this gank.
Swift and assured.
Also, he doesn't have any heroes in mid lane, so.
Yeah, I think this game is over from this point.
At the very least, it's looking very good for the IQ. As we said at the beginning, I think just tracking into payday just increases your win percentage massively. At least Barbossa can get on the board here, destroying this tower. Tide's gonna go right with a Ravage, but he won't have initiative. And there's a coup, obviously. At least there's only a Jaspers, and next round this Blink is available again.
Come, brothers! No one can stand against the ingenuity of the keen.
Yeah, down comes the coup. 7 damage on the tower right now.
Imagine a headshot, yeah.
12 damage, not quite enough.
What will they think of next?
An interesting device.
And make sure that those heroes are coming in fresh. Now, the axe is not killable by assassinate, but the LC is. So I'm wondering if Barbossa makes a play for LC in lane 1 potentially.
This is also a lot of damage on lane 1. Like, Barbossa can't ignore lane 1 either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking if he drops LC into lane 1 for potentially a spring, but the fact is he could spring from mid as well. And then blink. So, oh no, this... Okay, the axe has got a blink. Excuse me. So this is okay. Even if the LC gets assassinated, he can still double blink into last. He will have to suffer through the laser. But there is another coup. So this is going to be very, very tough. He's also going to be able to march from mid. And he's got to be hoping that he draws something to... Alright, that gets rid of the PA. Not that it's going to make a huge difference at this point.
But it does slow down this lane, but he's trading off the axe for it. Yeah. Rough spot for Barbossa to
Very
be in.
rough. And he can't drop the brawler here either way, because it will get stolen, so... I think this axe has just got a blink last.
Wait, he just blinks? I don't know how much I like that.
I think he kind of has to, though. Because if he doesn't blink, he'll just get cooed, and then he'll get assassinated on the LC from mid. Potentially. So I think this way, it just reverses things. He's gonna get assassinated on the LC now, then he can still blink with the bristle. If there's no Jinada, he can even berserkers from mid, kill the bounty, prevent the marches and the pickoffs. Tough spot either way. It's not looking good for him. Because he kind of wants the berserkers for last, but it's not going to be effective either way. Alright, he kills it. We're gonna see the blink here. I think this is the lesser evil.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, there's the blink. Now, how do you sequence this? Coup and then laser?
I think so.
And you coup the axe, right?
Yeah, every time.
There's no one I can't kill.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
Well, the diQ doesn't have any items, so... Well, that leaves a good spot to drop the brawler.
I fear nothing.
Axe can get lasered, but he will likely Jaspers, so that he can pass another 8 damage onto the tower. And he can potentially phase boots as well, but it won't be enough to kill. So I think he might just value the damage on the tower. Well, there are 2 heroes coming in. So this is going to be interesting. He's also got to bear in mind that he's almost getting 80s.
Yeah.
And there's another disciple.
First two.
Yeah. Disciple and Oglodi probably are going to be enough to finish that if it's uncontested. So he's got to contest. There's also the Helm. Oh, and the double creep. Okay, so he definitely needs to ravage that first lane.
Yeah, but he's just getting cooed. Okay.
I wonder if this is enough though, even with the PA alive. The PA can coup the other PA that prevents the Helm. Not sure if it's enough though. How do you spring now? No, you have to ravage.
I don't know why.
Okay, it's dead.
Just that you must die.
That's out of the table. Oh,
Yeah, so now you coup the PA.
Yeah, you've got to coup the PA. And then you can potentially phase boot swap, try to kill the Lich. But you're still taking so much damage, jeez. Oh, he discarded the Disciple. No, right? Pick off. Didn't he have?
No,
oh, no,
he
it's
didn't.
there. Never mind, never mind. It was hidden. Right, so he's prevented lethal. He stemmed the bleeding just a little bit.
I'll make good use of this.
The ancients will benefit from aligning with the court of Ristul.
Yeah, this is tough to watch. I mean, Barbossa's low on time, he's low on options. He's just really struggling to get anything going. And,
He doesn't even swap.
Okay. I don't get it. Just traded for a creep, he could have traded for Lich there. Alright. Barbossa's got his own pressure thing going on. He can now spring.
Can't do enough damage because Tinker still has the laser. It's not even gonna be... No, it's gonna be 2 off even without the laser. And without the blockers in the IQ's hand.
Behold, the power of science.
So do you drop the March and an Oglodi maybe? He's got double Oglodi, that's 8 damage additional on the tower. If he drops the Marches, he's dealing damage to the tower no matter what. So you could drop the Oglodi in front of Axe. Okay, Axe could phase boot, but still. Maybe just drop the March first.
I don't know, maybe he's thinking of saving Glodies for lane 1. Like this, this could go either way. Because like lane 1 is too big for Barbossa to handle. Especially with his hand. Like the 2 nasal goos are just doing nothing at this point.
March, march, march.
Alright, yeah, he's going first. He's made his decision. But I'm not sure if Barbossa should now keep the bronze or if he should go for more tower damage because he's so close here.
I think you gotta block lane 1. Because this is already way too much damage to block.
Perfect.
Alright, this tower will be going down to 14. diQ is going to be up to 14 gold. And initiative will be on Barbossa's side.
I'll take on anyone.
Okay, so this is this is really a hard commit onto lane 1 if he's going to blink both heroes. So I think the IQ's got to get extremely unlucky not to get it here. If he blinks out, this is going to be up to 10 damage. There are no items on Barbossa, so of course he can't Jaspers here.
Yeah, he just doesn't have enough damage.
Oh, but if he double blinks, the bronze is lethal if he double blinks. Isn't it? Oh no, okay. He's not going to blink. Oof.
Was it enough?
I think it was just
10...
enough. Because it would have been another...
No, it was 2 off.
Was it 2 off? Okay, excuse me. In any case, Barbossa strictly needs to get good arrows, and if possible, he wants to get rid of those disciples. If he gets a nice placement and he draws a Berserker's Call, he could potentially get rid of the... Okay, doesn't. 19 damage on the tower though, so let's see if those Oglodis are gonna make the difference. There's a March as well. No Berserkers, no duels.
They better run.
Oh,
he's got 2 blockers though,
procs.
and he's got enough magic. Now it's perfect lethal on the tower.
Who can stand against us?
Right, depending what diQ does, the enough magic might give him another round. He's not got enough damage in mid nor in last. He's got an unlucky arrow there in the last as well. But he's got the Veil, potentially. It won't be enough, though.
It's rare that this matchup goes till 10 mana.
Yeah, and diQ is considering playing creeps versus...
I won't let them gain ground.
Okay, opts to the 9 mana. And I have to imagine we're gonna see enough magic. I don't know how much he wants to play with fire. There you go. The LC won't get upkeep killed as it stands, but we know there's a second march, so that LC is likely gonna get upkeep killed. And there's still a Ravage on the Tide, let's not forget that. Also, the other thing to say is there's obviously triple Chain Frost, but no coup in hand right now. Barbossa's very low on time.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have any real plays from hand.
Right, actually not a straightforward decision whether to fight for the kill here or whether to blink out. He's got... Yeah. I was gonna say, he's got the Chain Frost. This represents a lot of damage. The headshot is now lethal on the Centaur as well. Doesn't have enough for the Oglovi. Just wants to keep the initiative. Which feels okay. And the LC doesn't get upkeep killed, but the second Chain Frost will deal with that. This opens up the door for another Berserker's Call, though.
Oh, how's Barbossa gonna save both lanes?
It's really hard. But I will say, well, there's a creep landing, but the Axe and the Centaur would be dealing just almost enough. The Red Mist could potentially have been...
This battle is ours.
He gets the smash. So let's see how much damage this Chain Frost can do. It can kill 2 heroes easily, but he will get ravaged. And I assume we're gonna see an Oglodi drop.
Yeah. Definitely Vandal here, yeah.
Our victory is inevitable.
Right, tower's down to 3, 36 damage on it.
Okay,
Ravage
question is now...
for your life.
There's a helm! What?
Okay.
What was that?
Yeah, he's gotta hit the Ravage.
Yeah, but now he has to hit one more thing because of the Red Mist Pillager.
The Pillager landed in front of the Tide, so it won't matter. He's just gotta hit all the 50-50s on the other side of the board. That's the difficult part. Well, that wasn't a bad attempt, but far from enough, and that's gonna be it for our first match. diQ progressing. So what this means basically is that we've got diQ and we've got Paftan in the upper bracket finals.